Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We get a list of 19 properties in total. Real special treat at the end. If you have time this weekend, Saturday at 1 o'clock, we're doing the Milton buyer class. We've had over 500 people come to the class. There's no cost to attend. Just bring a generous food bank donation because there's a lot of people, even locally, that need that. And what we talk about is the steps to buy a home, very specifically the costs involved. We talk about what lenders look for, the 4 things, the 3 first-time buyer incentives, which could equal more than $13,000 in incentives for you as a buyer if you're buying your first home. We talk about how to beat other buyers to the best new listings, how to ensure your agent protects you. We look at a lot of real-life home inspection slides. We talk about the legal stuff and what the role of a lawyer is in the purchase as well. So a lot of great information. Just sign up at miltonbuyerclass.com. Let's get to today's list because it's a big one. We start off with this one at Bristol on Main. It looks like a Windsor model, so it's just a bit over 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. It's a little bit higher than what we've seen the Windsors go for, so I think they may have a bit of a tough time. I would expect normally a Windsor would hover for me a little closer to the 300 mark. Ambrose, finally some stuff under 350 that opens up a little bit. Village Townhouse, freehold, no condo fees, built by Mattamy. This is 1,356 square feet. Normally we've seen these ones sell up into the 350s, even 360s, and so 349, maybe the kitchen isn't fancy, but they've got a nice backsplash. You can work with those cabinets. I think what this kitchen needs is stainless steel appliances, and I'm convinced if you invest a few $1,000s in that, watch how this one transforms. Even changing the wall color up a bit can have huge effects. Open concept floor plan, and then you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. They're not huge rooms, so you have to be careful on what you fit in there, but you can still fit a queen bed, just not much else. Great deal. One of my favorite properties of the day. I think it's going to sell very quick. And next one up is Court Street. Again, walking distance to downtown. We talked about the great Court Street one yesterday. 50 by 66 to me is a little bit smaller, so if you're buying on lot, you don't go to this, but I think of this as a great alternative for somebody who wants, or maybe doesn't want, a condo, that they still have a manageable size property, that they can still have space for a bit of a garden. The basement is not really usable. It's mostly just a dugout crawl space. And so you've got a master on the 2nd floor, and then you've got living, and then kitchen, and a smaller room here as well. So the home itself, probably all in all, is 800 or 900 square feet. Could be a good option for someone. So that's my phone ringing. I'll just shut that off. And the next one up is Chutch Match, 396.5, 1275 square feet, hardwood floors. So you've got a living room here that opens up to a dining room. There's a pass-through through the kitchen. The thing about this is that they're not showing the pictures in the order that you would show the home. So I would sort of finish main level, then get up to the bedroom level. And there's 3 up there. There's only 1 full bathroom in the whole house, and then there's a powder room on the main. Now the basement is finished. It would have been a good move, especially with these homes that only have 1 bathroom, 1 full one upstairs, to do another full bathroom in the basement when you finish it. It's just a good move value-wise to say we've got 2 full bathrooms. Compared to what else is sold for that model, I think they're doing well. Most of the ones without a finished basement are selling somewhere in the 380s right now. Clark Boulevard is 419. It's a Lake Point model. So you've got 1 big open room here, hardwood floors. There's your kitchen, and then you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs with 2 full bathrooms. There is a finished basement. Clark can be a bit of a busier street, but I still think at 419 we've seen this model with a finished basement sell for this kind of price, so I have no concerns about them selling. Edwards is a 4-bedroom Spring Ridge model, 1,800 square feet with some hardwood floors. These models have had a couple tough sales. There's actually one that just went conditional that was listed at 419, so I can't see them selling for much more than asking. They were out on the market for a while. But we've also seen similar sized homes sell up in the 460s, maybe that are a little bit newer. So I think they chose a good spot for this one. I think they're going to see a consistent amount of activity. Seacourt is 449.9. I like this one a lot. There's a lot that's come out in Dorset Park recently. Being under 450 and over 450, there's a real divide in audience. So I like that they're under the 450 mark. Only one full bathroom in the whole house, so that might affect someone's decision on whether or not to buy this one. It's not a huge house. It's got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then you've got your finished basement. You're really paying for a lot here, though. It's an exceptional piece of property. So let's see what happens on this one. It is smaller than the other ones that you're going to find. Something like 840 Woodward has a lot more size to it, but it's also at $499. Bustle Crescent, $459 here. Nice open concept floor plan. They've decorated it very well. Pot lights. You've got your hardwood second floor, basically. What's that area between the rooms called? I can't even think. That sloping berm is because there's train tracks right behind this one, and so that certainly would influence someone's decision. $459. It's a big townhouse, and you've got your finished basement. It can be a tough sell on the backyard, even though it's deeper. There's a hill there, which is great in the winter for tobogganing, but having the train right behind is going to eliminate some of the audience right there. It's $649. Yates is $469. About 2,500 square feet of total living space in this one. Pretty open concept floor plan. They've done a good job in getting it ready, showcasing it. Not sure if there's a stain on the carpet there, but that's a builder finished basement. Conservatory Group built this one, and it looks like there's a bit of a deck in the back. So it's a 25 by 100 foot property, which is a little bit deeper than you get with most of the other builders. I could see this one going for this price. I think they did a good job in aggressively pricing it. Kingsley is $489. Remember, this is a bungalow that's probably about 1,000 square feet. There is another one that's been sitting for a while at this same price. I think they've done a better job on the reno on this one. Some parts of Kingsley Court back onto a community park. That's what it looks like this one backs onto. Really nice design, and it just from the pictures I can tell that it's probably not a quick flip, mostly because some of these materials are not things that you'd find you do if you were just flipping a home. And you can see even like you've got a bit of a home theater, like a screen there. Those are things that people don't put in when they flip. The feeling I get from this one, remember, there's no garage. It's beautiful. There's only 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 more downstairs. It'll be a bit of a niche product. I'm not sure they can hit this number, but I think that homes that really look like this home does has the people have an emotional connection with it, so there is a chance that they're going to do very, very well, and the lot is terrific too. So we've got Bar Crescent, $489.9. It's a Gilmore model, so you've got a front dining room, then you've got an open concept kitchen and family in the back. 4 bedrooms upstairs, so it's almost like a bigger version of the Larkin model. I think it's somewhere 1,700 square feet. No finished basement at $489. One of the things that I think is nice is you can do 2 cars side by side. People come to us oftentimes and they say, I want a double car garage, and if it's not in the budget, what we say is, well, would you settle for 2 cars side by side? And a lot of times that ends up being a real big thing for people that don't want to switch cars around. $489 seems okay. There's not a lot for sale right now in that price range, but I think most of the things when you start creeping up to 18, 19, 2,000 square feet, they're starting to drift up into 5s and above. So $489 might be the right range for them. Scott Boulevard is $769, taking a bit of a jump in price here. We've got about 3,500 square feet. Scott can be a busier street. This is a Heathwood home. You've got the waffle ceiling here. That's a lot of space for this kind of money. They've done a good job in the back of landscaping too. So I like this one at this price. I think that if someone can live with a busy street, they're getting a heck of a home for that money. Maple is $234.9, and so it's a 1 bedroom. It actually has a layout inside that you know, the way the kitchen's set up is you can kind of see everything, and interesting artistic angles with the mirrors. But that's basically your main floor there. You know, $234.9. Some people don't like being on the first floor. I don't think it really has a big effect, to be honest. And I think from a resale perspective, there's people that just don't want to climb in an elevator or climb stairs. We've got Ontario Street North, $299. What I like about this one, condo townhouse, the competitive difference, they're a 4 bedroom versus a 3 bedroom that are basically out there right now. here's the thing is, look at this kitchen. Those are older cupboards, older backsplash. You throw some stainless steel appliances in and all of a sudden it changes the impression. I think for something like Ambrose, you could really do the same thing there. So $299 for the 4 bedrooms seems to be a pretty fair price. And there is definitely an audience for somebody who wants to buy a home under $300,000 with 4 bedrooms. There's not many of them for sale right now. And you've got your condo fees on top of that, which is $355 a month, and a pretty decent size. That's a good size backyard for a condo townhouse. I like that one a lot. That's another one of my favorite picks today. Woodley Crescent, another Mattamy Village townhouse. No condo fees, $339,900. I would still take Ambrose at almost 300 square feet bigger for $10,000 more. But if you don't need all that space on Ambrose, then you get this one here, a 2-bedroom. It's called an Ashfield model, or a Cherrywood. Living plus dining. You've got an open concept kitchen. And then you've got, like I said, 2 bedrooms upstairs with 1 full bathroom. So no backyard on these ones. We're just looking at a balcony plus a front yard. And they've upgraded the floors throughout. So they priced that one right on the nose. We've talked about how the bar has really floated up on these ones recently, mostly because of lack of inventory, and recently because there's been some good ones. So Attenborough is the same model as Ambrose for $20,000 more. The main floor is a little bit cool, so you've got that extra baseboard heater, but it is in fact a gas heated home. You know, I don't see $20,000 difference between this one and Ambrose. It is basically the same model. It's got the 3 bedrooms, and I would certainly take something $20,000 less. This is one we showed yesterday, but I want to go through the photos because I think this property in the past hasn't been showcased well, and I think that it's, I wanted to show you some of the things that I knew existed in this home. You could see the nice open entryway. You've got lots of natural light coming in. That's a west-facing front door too, so you get the afternoon sun. And you've got a kitchen with all the pot lights built in, so you've got almost like that coffered look in here. Granite countertops. You've got a beautiful ensuite upstairs, the iron pickets, and there's your ensuite, or that's actually your main bath, I think. And yeah, the backyard is something I wanted to show you as well. Look how nice and big that is. Absolutely beautiful. So that is just something, we didn't have photos yesterday, but I think that now that they're up there, again, not my listing, but I think it's worth it to show. This is a, what's the name of this model again? I can't think of it offhand. It's 3640 square feet on Wettlaufer. It backs onto Forest. It's got some great upgrades inside. It's a nice floor plan. And all in all, this one is definitely a winner. At $879, again, we haven't seen, I would say in the last 6 months, very, very few sales over $800, but I'll show you this one is really going to be the build up to the next one as well. But I think this one has a lot to offer at this price, including the green space behind. So I do think it's priced pretty well. Now Bayless, 1.19 million. We haven't seen really anything go above $1 million in the new section of Milton. I helped somebody buy a home for over $1 million in the old section, and I sold the record one at 940 almost 2 years ago, almost the same size as this. Here's the thing that people want over $1 million, or anywhere even over 850. What they want in Milton is extreme privacy. They don't want to see anybody behind them. That's what they're going to pay for, is the not only the size of the land, but I think more important than that, that nobody's really going to see inside their backyard, that they have seclusion. And we obviously see that in the rural sections too. It's a beautiful house. It's absolutely flawless when you look at what it has to offer. You've got a 36-inch range for your stove built-ins. Nice looking ensuite here too. Believe it's a walkout basement. There's your pool, and you can see that there's nice views of the escarpment on the edge here. This is quite the property. So that gives you a sense there is in fact some grass. What more can you say about this one? It's just really if there's an audience over $1 million or not, but what a house. Absolutely beautiful. And that will wrap it up for the day. So 19 listings. Thanks for joining us, And again, if you want to register for the buyer class, miltonbuyerclass.com. And it's the perfect timing right now to, if you're thinking about buying anytime later this year, you can really get your ducks in a row in a big way by attending the class and learning about some of those incentives that are offered. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.